Hi, welcome to Contemporary Tarot. I'm Madeline. In this details episode, we are going to be looking at clouds and discussing what they represent when they appear on a card in your reading. And so we're going to look at it. We're going to look at a bunch of different cards, all of them which have clouds, and riff a little bit. So join me. I may jump around. But I will definitely list all the cards that I discuss in the show notes. So sitting with this, and I've been sitting with this concept idea for a little bit. I just, at its most basic, what's a cloud? It is basically water, temperature, and altitude. And water usually being ice. It is, clouds are something made, there's something you see that are created out of things that are basically invisible. They're high in the sky, and they can, you see them, but they can also obscure things, yet they're intangible. So just delicious, right? And so I'm starting with the aces because I think most pronounced in the deck is the appearance, a very consistent appearance of cloud in the aces. All the aces, basically the cloud is giving birth to the suit, the idea, the journey. The cloud is literally like when an idea comes out of the blue, but it's just something that is organic, natural, yet intangible, but absolutely a beginning, something from nothing, something that you have nothing before, and now combined with a certain set of qualities become something visible. And then what that becomes. I'm going to now skip to the major arcana because I think that clouds basically represent two things in the tarot. One is ideals, an idealized concept that is to be dreamt of, attempt to be attained, but can never be fully realized, can never truly become concrete. And weather. Yeah, weather. And so I find that in the major arcana, the appearance of clouds very much indicates representation of an ideal. And in the minor, it's pretty much how am I going to navigate my ideals, my beliefs in this world? How do I hold on to my ideals and my values? So let's unpack this a little bit. So first we have lovers, and beautiful card, an idealized thing right up there, love, health. Now we have Wheel of Fortune. It is education, learning, determination. All of these are things in the sky that we are striving for. Judgment, that awakening, almost that ace feeling of awakening to a call. And did I get everybody? Judgment. I love Judgment. So there are all these grand ideals. So I think when you get the clouds in the major, there's an ideal within your life that you're going for, and maybe understanding you can never grasp it, but it will lift you up into the sky. Now in the minor, we kind of get into, just like I said, weather. And all right, so I'm just going to work my way through. Is clouds obscuring what you had as an idealized love, and just being showered upon, rained upon, being in the middle of the storm. Next cloud appearance in the minor arcana is Four of Cups. And I love, this is basically an Ace of Cups, but in the four. It is, I think, viewing it as something being presented, something coming out of the air, and in a sense, maybe even choosing not to embrace an ideal that you previously had held on to. Also, it's very interesting, the shape and the permutation of the clouds. Of course, I'm coming to the Five of Swords. And it's almost clouds that represent wind, coldness. No, these are not fluffy, bucolic, is that the word? Clouds. But almost like a storm has happened and is perhaps passing. And this, I think this is a very exciting, I'm really looking at the clouds in the Seven of Cups, because there are all these up in the sky, viewing all these things that perhaps you idealize, that you dream, the purity of all of these ideas. Clouds also, in my reading, have been purity, the white. All right. Now we get into the court cards. These are all swords. Swords and clouds, often they come together a lot. And I just really look at these as, you know what, in the court cards, you know what you believe and how you fight for what you believe. And there are different ways of acting. There's going forward into the fight, like a storm, bearing down. I always think with the Queen of Swords, keeping her head above the clouds. She's up. She is up with the ideals, not underneath like the Three of Swords, but head above, in the clarity, the ability to look ahead and lift us up to the clouds. And lovely King of Swords. Also it's like the clouds are behind him. It's interesting. This kind of, but they're behind him. But there's like a balance to this. I'd love to hear thoughts on the King of Swords and these clouds. So there really is. It's almost how we. There is something that the intangible. When the clouds appear, what is the intangible? What are you in? And not. Stick with me. The birds are singing. Something that is absolutely real and physical, but perhaps can never be fully realized. The joy is in the pursuit. I did have one oh my God, how did I miss that experience with the tower? Because I pulled the tower, I'm pulling out all the clouds. And so I threw the tower down and looking at it, and I'm looking at it and thinking, oh, well, it's a storm at night, and that's, that means it's very dark or this or that. And then I look really close, and those aren't clouds of water, temperature, altitude. That's smoke. Those are smoke clouds. So this explosion, this storm is creating new clouds. They're breaking apart of the old ideals. And they're going up in a puff of smoke in darkness to transform somewhere else. But really, the shading is, oh God, I wonder if I knew this before and I just forgot it. But I would also love any thoughts about that in the comments. So really just riffing. Do I have anything else? No, I've been sitting with the clouds a lot. I'd love feedback. I must admit, I went on, I poked around on Google and such for what do clouds represent. And in many ways, it can be all over the map, just like tarot in a way. Clouds can be purity, they can represent depression and nature and spirit and ethereal. And so much is, what is the quality of the cloud? What is the context? Is it obscuring? Is it elevating? Is it indicating the climate, the temperature that you're navigating? All right, thank you. I've really enjoyed this. It's a beautiful day. Thanks for visiting. Please add your thoughts into the comments. I'd love to keep this going. All right, I'll see you soon.